Hi, everybody. Welcome to our second mini lesson. This is a mini lesson on Unit 2. Or Objective 2.02, and the title of this mini lesson is Where is North America? Your expectations for this lesson. You'll be able to interpret maps to explain the division of land, including man-made and natural borders. You'll be able to identify physical and/or human factors like climate, political units, and river systems that constitute a region. Remember to make sure that you look for the Captain America shield over here. That tells you when something is you need to know for the test or the quiz. The three largest countries in North America are Canada, which consists of 3 territories and 10 provinces, the United States, which has 50 states and the District of Columbia, and Mexico, which has 31 states. For the most part, these 3 nations are on friendly terms, although the culture, political structure, and economic characteristics of these countries are quite different in many respects. North America has a number of climates depending on your latitude. Mexico, which is on the southern latitudes of North America, can best be described as ranging from tropical to desert climates. Moving further north in latitude, the United States can best be described as temperate, with having tropical climates in Hawaii and Florida, an Arctic climate in Alaska, semi-arid climate in the Great Plains, and an arid climate in parts of the Southwest. There are 2 main mountain ranges, the Rocky Mountains in the west and the Appalachian Mountains in the east. Here are the Rocky Mountains, and here are the Appalachian Mountains. The Rocky Mountains extend from the Mexican frontier up through Canada and into Alaska. Mount Elbert is the highest point of the Rocky Mountains. And it is almost 3 miles high. It stands at 14,440 feet of elevation. The Appalachian Mountain Range extends from Alabama into Canada, with the highest point of the Appalachian Mountains being in Mount Mitchell in North Carolina, which is almost 1.5 miles high in elevation, but nowhere near as high as Mount Elbert in the Rockies. 2 other important mountain ranges are found especially in the United States. These are the Sierra Nevadas in the western United States. Here are the Sierra Nevadas, and the Cascades, which come from the northwestern United States into Canada. Lakes, rivers, and bays are important parts of the physical geography of North America. Some lakes and rivers serve as natural boundaries between states and countries. Let's look at some major water features of North America, and in particular the United States. There are 2 major oceans in the United States, the Pacific Ocean at the west and the Atlantic Ocean to the east. And there's also another large body of water in the Gulf of Mexico in the southeastern United States and northeastern Mexico. The Mississippi-Missouri River System and Ohio River System is the 3rd largest river system in the world. In the southwestern part of the United States, you can find the Rio Grande River at 1,885 miles long. It is one of the largest rivers in North America. It begins in the San Juan Mountains of southern Colorado, then it flows south through New Mexico and forms the natural border between Texas and the country of Mexico as it flows southeast to the Gulf of Mexico. The Mexicans refer to the Rio Grande River as the Rio Bravo del Norte. The Colorado River starts at La Padre Pass Lake in Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado, and it flows more than 1,450 miles through the states of Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. Then it empties into the Gulf of California in Mexico, just about 35 miles south of Arizona and California. This river system is a major source of water and power, and it's particularly important to the large populations found in Arizona and southern California. Southern California. Let's practice a little bit with some of the skills that we're trying to learn here. Absolute location. We're talking about the address or in terms of longitude and latitude. So here's Texas down here, somewhere between around 29 degrees and a little about 36 degrees of latitude. And then in terms of longitude, we're between 95 degrees-ish and about 107. Okay. And then we're going to talk about relative location in just a minute, which is basically the distance between 2 points or the direction between two landmarks, between where you are and a fixed landmark. A longitude and latitude map in here is here of Texas. It goes from 93 degrees west to 107 degrees west, and it goes from around 36.5 degrees north on the north side to a little less than 26 degrees north on the southern side near the Mexican border. So let's find out where a few places would be. Look at El Paso. Eyeballing it, what would you say is the location of El Paso? It would appear to be around 32 degrees north and 107 degrees west. And the actual location is 31.75916 degrees north and 106.48749 degrees west. You notice how precise this is. That is how we do absolute location, especially with GPS now. Dallas and Fort Worth. Over here is a little under 33 degrees north and 97 degrees west. So right here. Houston, a little under 30 degrees north and 95 degrees west. It's 29.76045 north, and it's 95.36978 west. Austin is roughly 30 degrees, a little over 30 degrees north, 30.2, and it's at about 97 and a little change to the west, so right around here. And San Antonio, 29.42, so about 29.5 degrees north, and about 98.5 degrees west. So right in here. All right, now let's do a little bit more practice. So according to the map, which of the following are the most accurate coordinates for Washington, D.C.? Washington, D.C. being over here. I'm looking at just a little under 40 degrees north, and I'm looking just a little under 80 degrees west. So it's 77 north, 39 west, or is it 39 north, 39.9 north, and 77 west, 35 degrees, 91 minutes north, 81 degrees, 2 minutes west, or 81 degrees, 2 minutes north, 35 degrees, 91 minutes west. If you look here, it's we do the north-south first, so we look right here, and it's just a little under 40, so it's at 30.9.91. And 77, right in here, 77 degrees west. So the answer is B. According to the map, what body of water can be found at 30 degrees north, 120 degrees west? Here's 30 degrees north. We just follow that right along here. And then we have 120 degrees west, where the two meet is in the middle of an ocean, and that would be the Pacific Ocean. Let's look a little bit at relative locations. So we're going to use relative location to find out where some of these areas are. The Appalachian Mountains are in what direction from the Rocky Mountains? Here's the Appalachians on the right side of the map. Here's the Rocky Mountains on the left side of the map. Remember, on the right side of the map, you're looking east. On the left, you're looking west. So the Appalachian Mountains in relative location, you're going to the right. That means they are to the east of the Rocky Mountains. The Great Lakes are, in comparison to the Rocky Mountain, here are the Great Lakes up and to the right. Rocky Mountains are over here on the west side of the map. This is on the north side, and we're towards the east because we're to the right, and so that makes it northeast of the Rocky Mountains. The Mississippi River is in what direction from Washington, D.C.? Washington, D.C. is over here. So if we look at the Mississippi River, it's to the left. That means the Mississippi River is to the west of Washington, D.C. And if you look at, here's Lake Erie and here's Lake Michigan. Lake Erie is to the right. That makes it east of Lake Michigan. Hope some of this helps, and we'll get more in depth as we get closer to the test in a couple weeks.